Hello, everybody, and welcome. In today's video, today's live stream, I'm going to be discussing one of the most loved narratives in the crypto space, and that's crypto gaming. So let's get right to it. What are we going to cover today? In today's video, we're going to cover why crypto gaming. Why is this such a loved narrative, and why is this something we should pay attention to? Can we still make a lot of money from crypto gaming? And can playing crypto games make you rich? Can investing in crypto gaming make you rich? And what are the signs of a 100x crypto game? After that, we're also going to be looking at some 10 to 100x crypto gems, some of my personal picks, and then we're going to address the comments first come, first serve. So if you're interested in any of that, there's a lot for us to cover today. Be sure to stick around for the whole live stream. I've got a lot prepared for you, and yeah, let's get started. So real quick, let me go through some of the comments. Ruth Smitha, thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you all can hear me clearly, and yeah, let's get started. By the way, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Share this live stream. Is going to be beneficial to many people getting started within the space. Many people that are trying to find the next gaming gem. We're not just going to cover gaming gems. We're going to discuss how to pick them. So let's get right to it. Why crypto gaming? To kick off this live stream, I want to share these tweets with you right here from none other than Alex Becker, ZSS Becker. And this is one of the main reasons why a lot of people are bullish on the gaming space. Alex Becker is one of the biggest crypto influencers out there, and he's always tweeting things like this. He says gaming coins and AI coins are going to run the hardest when there's an actual bull run. You will make it in crypto by picking one niche and then being an expert in it. So there are 20s to 50 X's to be made. And what do I think about that? Well, the sentiment is certainly there. The sentiment for gaming crypto is certainly positive. And I also agree to a good extent with Becca. I don't think gaming crypto is going to be the only useful cryptocurrency within the space, but I do think gaming crypto is going to be here to stay, and for several reasons. So why gaming crypto? Why should it exist on the blockchain? There should be a justification for why a project should exist on the blockchain, right? It shouldn't just be on the blockchain for the sake of being on the blockchain. So there are so many web2 games out there, and lots of crypto games would have a tough time competing with the likes of Call of Duty, Fortnite, Fall Guys, and so on. So that begs the question: why crypto gaming? So there are three main reasons why I believe games can be on the blockchain, or why gaming should be existing on the blockchain. And the first reason is ownership. The blockchain and cryptocurrencies allow people to have true ownership of their in-game items, and not just gamers, but game developers and game producers as well. If you are a game developer, if you're a game producer, working in the Web2 space, you are still at the mercy of centralized entities, right? They can take percentages, they can take cuts, they can kick you off their platform, and you also don't have creative freedom. They might tell you, oh, these are the borders within which you can create your game. But none of these issues exist on the blockchain. With the blockchain, with some of the projects like that I'm going to share with you today, game players, gamers, and game creators have full and complete ownership of the games that they play and the games that they create. There's no fear of being banned. There's no fear of being kicked out. There's no fear of being hacked and stolen. The blockchain is extremely secure and it gives you full ownership. So that's the first reason why we should have gaming on the blockchain. And the second reason is the earning capability, the play to earn aspects. Cryptocurrencies and blockchain have completely revolutionized the way we earn. And one of that is by crypto gaming. So many people pay a lot of money, to just have to get started gaming, to form guilds and stuff like that. And it's all well and good, but that's just to play the game. Why not turn that passion into something that can earn you? And another thing I'm going to cover in today's live stream are good examples of this as well. So cryptocurrencies also give you that opportunity of playing to earn. People always want to have fun. A lot of people that are interested in cryptocurrencies have this character of always being online. So there's also this fun factor of this thing about gaming, that people always are always online. So that fact alone means crypto people are always close to the requirements of gaming. So this passion can be turned into a source of income. And then that's the third reason for why crypto gaming should exist on the blockchain, is the strong sense of community. And I think this is one of the best parts about gaming, and the closest thing to a meme project from my own personal perspective. Gaming communities are very strong and they are borderless. You can connect with a lot of people from all around the world. And I really think, that's borderless means of communicating, of connecting with different people. The blockchain is unbiased, it doesn't look at borders, it doesn't look at races, it doesn't look at gender. Many people all over the world can become connected. So these are the reasons why I believe gaming on the blockchain can be justified. And that now takes us to the next part of our live stream. Can playing crypto games make you rich? I mean, there are so many games out there, and many of them, one of the most attractive feature is play to earn. People are playing game because people either play game because it's fun, and while investing your time, why not just make some extra cash out of it? There are Web2 games out there that just being good enough, competitive gaming, Fortnite, Call of Duty, all of those tournaments, Mortal Kombat, and so on. They raise tens of thousands of dollars in cash prizes like Sonic Fox and the rest. So, is this possible on in the Web2, in the Web3 space? And the answer is yes. And I'm going to give you an example of that. I'm going to give you an example of that here using Axie Infinity. In 2021, during the bull run, a lot of people, a lot of millionaires were raised from buying Axie Infinity. But more than just that, many people found that playing Axie Infinity and earning, the SLP, the Smooth Love Potion, can actually give you a lot of money. And that's something that exists within the gaming space. In South Asian countries, especially in the Philippines, in Singapore, people were quitting their jobs to play Axie Infinity and make money. Aside from Axie Infinity, there are many other games in the crypto space that have competition. Take, for example, one of my favorite gaming projects, Defina Finance. In the FIFA World Cup, they raised $10,000 in a competition, in a tournament, for the best players to win. So crypto gaming provides a very good opportunity to make money. However, this is not always the case, and I'm still sticking to the Axie Infinity example. There's a difference between playing a game and earning money, and investing in a game hoping to make money. This is a very fine line. There's a kind of distinction between playing a game and earning money from it, and then abandoning your livelihood, hoping you can play game and then make money out of it. How I see crypto gaming and play to earn is, you can get rewarded for having fun. And that's the best part about crypto gaming. If I'm going to have fun on the blockchain, if I'm going to play video games, why not just make some extra cash out of it? And that was the situation with many people in Axie Infinity. They were playing the game, and the game turned out to be very popular. So the money you are earning from playing game can end up being much more valuable than you currently have. But now you can approach crypto gaming from an investment perspective, and this is where many people made mistakes when it came to Axie Infinity. Playing a game and hoping it can make you as much money as the earliest investors is not possible. If you are playing the game and you are earning money, you're earning $20 or you're earning $50 every week, that's just a bonus for having fun. But if you are to play a game and hope you can earn a complete livelihood out of it, then you would have to have invested early. That's the key word here, early. investing early in a game, being early and then earning a lot out of it, that earning turning into something major when it turns to 50 to 100x, that's now becomes a life-changing money. But approaching a game as an investment is different from playing the game for a means of livelihood. So, can playing crypto games make you rich? Yes, but only if you had been playing it earlier before it became viral. Can investing in crypto games make you rich? Certainly. If you are investing in crypto gaming as an investment and not a gamer, you can certainly get rich with it. But gamers might have an advantage because they know what to look out for, they know whether it can get viral or not, and I'm going to share some of those things that you should look out for when investing in a game. So you can certainly become rich by investing early, but don't think you can get filthy rich by just playing the game. You can always make some extra cash, have some fun and get paid while doing it. Is all well and good, but you can't become filthy rich just from playing the game. You can only become filthy rich from crypto game if you invested early and you have been playing it early. So the key word is finding it early, and then the play to earn model exists if people got in early on the game. I'm sorry, I'm experiencing power issues here. So that's what I would say regarding it. And again, take a look at Axie Infinity as an example. People, really love the game. People saw, oh, a lot of people that were early have made life-changing money, but that's an exception and not the rule. These people were early to the game. However, those who got in later, playing the game and trying to make a living out of it, got burnt really bad because they quit their job. They thought they could make life-changing money with it, when in reality they were just making like $30 a week, and something that should have just been a bonus ended up ruining their life because they thought they can change their whole life from playing games. So that lead us to the next part of today's live stream, and that's signs of 100x crypto game. So like I said, you get in early to make life-changing money with crypto games, and you can make some bonus money. So how do you find that crypto game that can do 100x? What are the signs to look out for, for you to get in early on a crypto game that will give you 100x and give you those life-changing gains that you are looking for? But before I go into that, let me quickly address some of my comments. Hello, Cash in Cash Out. I really appreciate you joining me here today. Crypto Caleb, is always a pleasure, to meet you. And A_J Jan, thank you so much for joining me in today's live stream. So yeah, if you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'm going to quickly discuss what are the signs to look out for in a crypto game. And the first requirement, in my opinion, when trying to find a great gaming project that can do a 100x, is a low barrier to entry. One of the blockchain is already a bit hard as it is. It's a bit complicated. So how do we need people to be interested in a game and actually play the game for it to become viral, something like Axie Infinity. And there are several ways a game can achieve a low barrier to entry. One of them that I've always been talking about, and I'm glad to see that change, moving in a lot of crypto gaming projects, is the free to play aspects of the game. Before I cough up my dough, before I put in 500 or $200 in a game, I would like to test the game for myself and see whether it's fun. So a free to play game, a free to play aspect of a crypto game gives it a very low barrier to entry and allows people to access whether this game can be fun, this game can be viral, this game can be something that would connect with people. So a game should have a low barrier to entry. It should be able to attract people, and one of the ways it can do that is with free to play aspects of it. Another way a game can achieve a low barrier to entry is by being on multiple platforms, on Windows, on iOS, on mobile. Pay attention to games that are on mobile, because over 70% of people that consume media do so from their phones. So games that are accessible on mobile will do very well. Games that have browser extensions, that have browser extension games like Nakamoto game, it means people can get started with it easily. I don't want to set up a PC gaming rig in order to have fun or play Candy Crush. I just want to whip out my phone and get started, doing some puzzle solving, like Candy Crush kind of game, and then getting paid for it. So that is a very important factor when you're investing into a game. Make sure the game has a low barrier to entry and it's easily accessible. The second thing I would look out for when finding a 100x gaming project is a game with variety. One of the biggest issues I had with Axie Infinity is it's just a simple game. One of the most viral games in 2021 during the pandemic was Among Us. It's spawned a lot of memes. It's got a lot of, YouTube celebrities playing it. But where is Among Us today? People hardly talk about it. Why? Because people get bored easily. It's just the reality of human nature. They always move on to the next shining thing. So a game that is going to do well, gaming projects that will do well, offer variety, and is why I like gaming platforms that give you access to different gameplays, like Nakamoto games again, and games that have different game modes. Like, take for example, Call of Duty Zombie was a hit, which is completely different gameplay mode from the Call of Duty campaign mode. So a game that has different gameplay mode or different games on its platform will do well, because once people get bored of one aspect of the game, they can easily move on to another aspect of the game. So pay attention to gameplays that have variety or different game modes or different games on their platform. And that's the second point, right? The third point is to pay attention to games that are actually fun, games that cater to gamers. People, one of the things that a lot of crypto games focus on today are games that are simple yet addictive. Candy Crush is a hit. It doesn't have Call of Duty graphics, it doesn't have God of War graphics, but everybody and their grandma and their pet dog are playing Candy Crush because it's a simple, fun, addictive game. Pay attention to crypto projects that will keep you glued to your screen for like 30 minutes to 1 hour. You can test it yourself, or give your annoying little cousin or kid to play the game for you and find out whether or not they are asking for that game over and over again. One of the games that my nephew was always pestering me to play was a kind of temple run kind of game, and it was on the blockchain. So I had an assessment like, oh, this game can actually do well because it caters to gamers. It's actually fun to play. So a lot of projects that are jumping out there into the gaming space today, they do so just focus mainly on the earning aspect. They don't even think about whether people want to play their game. They're just like, oh, you can earn $100. Yeah, I can earn $100, but what if nobody wants to play the game? I'm not going to earn anything. So pay attention to games that people would actually want to play, games that are actually fun to play. And you can do this by trying so yourself. And I'm going to give you examples, and I'm going to give you games that I've tried out myself and actually liked. So that's the third one, right? The fourth one is a responsive team. Pay close attention to projects, crypto projects. This is even a criteria that is an all-round criteria for any good crypto project. A team that is responsive, a team that is actually paying attention to user feedback, and they are trying to implement the changes that users request. Teams that are constantly updating and are constantly developing. Oh, everybody is interested into Candy Crush kind of game. We're going to add a game mode that does that. That'll tie in well with our project. Oh, people are into this right now, cross-chain gaming. Everybody's moving onto the Solana ecosystem. Why don't we add that cross-chain capability and let people have fun on that blockchain as well? So an active team, a development team that is paying attention to user feedback will surely do well. Pay close attention to an active development team that is listening to user feedback, and a team that is not afraid to talk about the competition. So, speaking of an active development team, some of the gaming projects that I talk about, one of them is having an AMA. Just a quick note, a quick information for you guys out there. There are Fabot. Fabot is going to be having an AMA with one of the Crypto Gem Hunters crypto sets. So be sure to tune in for that. Be sure to come over with your questions. Be sure to ask them, whatever concerns you have, and if they can address it, they should address it. Not just Fabot. another crypto gem hunter, one of the makers of crypto gem hunters, Crypto Archie, is going to be having an AMA with Revolve Games. RPG, I think. So yeah, Revolve Games, Fabulous, both responsive, good thing you like to see in a project, and they are having AMA with Crypto Sets and Crypto Archie. So be sure to tune in, check their channels and their um public Telegram groups if you have any question or any you require any further information. So those are the four criterias. Those are the four criteria. Yeah, the Fabulous AMA is going to be this weekend. I'm going to get the date and confirm it, but you can easily ask Crypto Sets in his public Telegram groups or as a comment in any one of his videos. I'm sure he'll respond. So yeah, an AMA is going to be there for Fabulous and for Revolve Games as well with the two of the crypto gem hunters. Be sure to tune in with your questions. So the four things that I say you should pay close attention to in finding a great 100x gaming project are a low barrier to entry. Find games that are easily accessible either on Windows, iOS, mobile. Pay close attention to mobile game because most people use their phones these days, and or web browser extension game. Variety. Pay close attention to games that have different gameplay modes or different games on their platform because people get bored easily of gaming, and an active communication, a team that actively communicates, like I just explained now. And the last one is a game that is actually fun to play. Test it with your little cousins or your nephews, your nieces, and find out whether they are having fun actually playing the game. So those are the signs of a good 100x crypto gaming project. And now we are going to be moving on to my 10 to 100x crypto gaming picks. Oh yeah, I've been talking for quite a while. Please, guys, be sure to subscribe. Yeah, I would really appreciate it. So, what are the crypto games that I'm looking at that have 10 to 100x potential? And I'm going to share five of them with you today. As examples of great projects. You can look at them as examples. And the first one is Altura. Altura just does so much right. It's one of my favorite low cap gaming projects and gaming projects in general because Altura focuses on a lot of things. It's not just one game, it has variety and is a development solution, which means it is Web3 adoption. It's a great Web3 game. It's a Unity verified solution, and there are so many reasons why I like Altura. If you look at it at this market cap, it's less than 20 million, $90 million in market cap, 73% in circulation. So there's no fear of there's no fear of the tokens being dumped on you and it's losing all the value. Altura is an open Web3 gaming infrastructure platform that combines all the tools developers need to integrate Web3 into their games. And like I said, guys, check this out. Altura is also a Unity verified solution, meaning developers in the Web2 space can easily get started in Web3 using Altura. Altura is a great project. All in all, is a great lookup gem. It allows the Web3 adoption, especially for creators. You can easily turn every of your in-game items into an NFT. Altura just simplifies it so easily. So I think Altura has a lot of potential. It's got 44,000 unique marketplace users, over 38,000 unique NFTs minted. So much to love about Altura. It provides everything you need to integrate Web3 into your game in a simple yet powerful platform. And check this out, it's also got interoperability, something you should pay close attention to. All of these chains are competing. Binance, Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, Phantom, Arbitrum, Optimism. So all of these competing chains. Now imagine being able to benefit from all of them. That's why projects that focus on interoperability will do well because they don't care about what blockchain you prefer. You can benefit from any blockchain. I like blockchain agnostic projects, and Altura is one of them. So I think there's a lot that Altura has going for it. I believe is going to do very well, especially in the long term. If you look at the all-time high in the last bull run, let me quickly share. It went up to about zero point 0.4 up very close to over 0.4. Sorry, it went, yeah, 0.42 cents. That's 42 cents. And in market cap value, Altura went all the way to $25 million in market cap. So that, what that means is there's a bit of a divergence from the price and the market cap. I still think, Altura, and this even in the bear market right now, Altura is approaching his previous high market cap. So in the bull run, this project can easily reach hundreds of millions. 500 To suggest that Altura can easily reach $500 million in market cap is entirely possible. So the next project I'm going to be looking at is one that is very similar to Altura, and that was Ultra UOS token. And this is a project that is tackling a multi-billion-dollar industry. It gives developers and creators full rights, full ownership, complete ownership and control of their gaming projects that they launch, and it provides a platform for developers to launch their games. So you can find great projects on the Ultra US platform, and a lot of developers will find this very useful. This is a project that's, there's already active interest in it, sitting at this market cap of over $70 million, but it's still a low cap gem in my opinion, nonetheless, especially considering the industry that is tackling out. Ultra US is a publishing platform, an ecosystem for video games and video game content. So it's going to be a place where gamers and game developers can come together, and enjoy and do what they love the most, and that's playing games or creating games. So Ultra US mission is to do away with the current monopoly held by publishing platforms like Steam and provide new opportunities to game developers, players, and influencers. This is a great project with a great use case. I believe, there's a lot of potential for this project. And the third project that we're going to be looking at today is one that I've been covering on my channel for a very long time, and that's Defina Finance. This is another great gaming project, a low cap gem. It's sitting at $2 million in market cap, and its price went all the way to over $1 at one point. The Finance has a 68% token circulation, and another thing I like about the game, another thing people should pay attention to, is this game is done with its seed vesting, it's done with its seed round, meaning there's no more, early investor that got in early and got a lot of projects. All of the tokens are out there. Is now completely community driven, and I think this project is going to do well because they did a lot of things right, especially regarding my criteria for a great gaming project. They have variety, they have different game modes, and what I love the most about Altura is the fact that they constantly listen and they ask users for feedback, and they don't just ask users for feedback, they actually implement the feedback. I remember suggesting to the team, make sure you add a free to play aspect to your game so that people can try out your game and determine whether they like it. And they went ahead and they did that. I remember people saying, "Oh, let's celebrate the FIFA World Cup and add a new gaming mode for the tournament." And they listened to people and actually did that, putting game prices of up to $10,000. So I think this project is doing a lot of things right. I like the fact that they are always listening to user feedback and they are always implementing that, and it's actually a fun and interesting gameplay with a good story. And guys, another thing I like to note, this is a project that I've been talking about for a very long time. Defina Finance up over 2x since one of the videos I posted on it with over 900 views. Pay close attention to teams that are building when the market is down. Strong developers. And look at this chart right here. I've been talking about Defina since it was on $0.013 in price. And that was, with all of after the vesting. And I'm like, for what this project is doing, it doesn't make sense that it's sitting at this price. Guys, pay attention to this project. And if you had gotten in then, look at the price of Defina right now, 0.03. That's close to a 3x from this point. So if you don't want to, and that's even that's on my YouTube. That's just from watching my YouTube and subscribing and turning on notifications. So if you want to get in earlier than that, if you want to get in just as quick, be sure to consider my Patreon. I put in a lot of time and research into the projects that I talk about on my YouTube channel, and I send out buy alerts on the ones that I believe have exceptional quality and will do very well in the bull run, and even in the next few weeks to months. So I really think there's a lot of value in the Patreon, just aside from just the buy alerts. There's also one-on-one consultations, coin research, reviews, and stuff like that. So yeah, just a quick plug-in for my Patreon right there. So Defina Finance is definitely one of the better gaming projects out there. I really love the project and I love what they are doing. I love the team behind it as well. The next project, the fourth project we're going to be covering today, is Farbelt. And Farbelt is another gaming project that covered all of the things I talked about when looking for a great gaming project that can easily do 100x. They have a low barrier to entry, which means it's accessible. You can get started with it on Windows or iOS. You can also enjoy it on different blockchains. It's on the Polygon blockchain and also on the Binance blockchain, which means it has cross-chain gaming. There's variety. One of the things I love the most about Farbot, they've got Arsenal, which is a Call of Duty like kind of game, first person shooter. They've also got Fanwells, a sports like aspect of it, and H2O, which is a racing game. So that variety is there. It caters to gamer, and that's the most powerful part about Farbot. A strong community that likes to come together on the blockchain, game, and have fun. And it also has a responsive team that keeps building. Again, remember, Farbot is going to be having an AMA with crypto sets. So be sure to tune in for the AMA. Ask your questions if you have anything or any concern that you would like to have addressed about this project. So Farbot is a great gaming project. Is also less than $2 million in market cap and is experiencing quite a dip right now. $1.7 million in market cap, 46% in circulation. A lot that Farbot is doing that is right. Cross-chain gaming variety, like I said, so many things about it. And again, guys, this is a project that I covered a very long time ago. Farbot has been a project I've been covering on my YouTube. I was covering Farbot when it was on 0.004. Just from my YouTube videos alone, you would have been up over 2x on Farbot. But the patrons got in much more earlier, and I really believe Farbot has a lot more room for growth. I think Farbot can easily achieve 100x, especially once the bull run kicks in and people are looking for grace projects. Guys, this is not a project that has 10% in circulation. This is a project with over 40%, 46% in circulation. And it's got an active team. It's got variety. It's got fun gameplay. It's got an active community that, always communicate. They've got tournaments. They've got constant updates. So I think Farbelt is going to do very well. I think it has a lot more room for growth. I think it has a lot of potential. And the fifth project I'm going to be covering today is another one that, just from my videos alone, you would have been up over 2x, because I was covering the race when it was on $9 million in market cap. Today, it's sitting at $21 million in market cap. However, I don't talk about the race much because it leans more to the gambling aspect. So it's a hit or miss depending on what you like. D-Race is an NFT, is one of the better NFT projects out there. It utilizes NFT in a sensible way. You have horses, NFT horses that you can breed, that you can rent, and you can race against each other, completely random, and then you bet on it and then do like normal gambling betting aspects. So they utilize it well, and I like the team behind it. Why I really believe this project is good is, look at the tokenomics, over 76% already out there in circulation. A good looking gameplay, good use case, fun aspect if you're into gambling and things like that. And they are also coming to mobile, which means it will be very accessible. One of the criteria I always talk about in a gaming project. So pay close attention to projects that are very accessible, especially on mobile. It means a lot of people can easily get started with the game. It means it has a very low barrier to entry. And yeah, I think we've exhausted our bullet points today. If there's anybody that wants me to go and address any specific points, be sure to comment in in the chats right here, and I'll see if I can address it. So in the meantime, let me address some of the comments that are here right now. And Beats DP is always a pleasure, seeing your comments. I really appreciate you. Fina Altura Nakamoto Wealth, yes, all projects I've covered several times on my channel, all projects that I believe will do very well because they have strong utility, they have hype that they have utility that can actually back up the hype. It's not just a game that is hype with no show. So I think these projects will do very well. If I have to choose between Defina Finance or Fabulous, which one would I pick? Well, I love both of them, first of all, because I've been covering both of them for the longest time, but I will pick Defina Finance. Why? Is a personal bias. I'm an anime loving fan, and these are things that you can use to invest. Is one of the things. Take for example, in two-player fighting games, you can just like a character because of how he looks and decide to main that character. So Defina Finance is a project I have personal bias towards because I'm an anime fan and I've been covering it for a very long time. I'm a big fan of it. And one of the reasons why I really love Defina Finance is they have the fastest response to my questions, and the team is very accessible. I love that about it. It's a bit difficult for me to reach out to Fabworld. I've tried reaching out to them since before I made videos, but they don't respond as much. But thankfully, that's not longer a problem. They're having an AMA with sets. But Defina Finance, quick responses, active team. Always the devs themselves are always answering people question on Telegram. They host AMA almost every other week, and I think it has a lot of potential. I think the Final Finance is a great gem. So yeah, it's what I'll pick, even though I love the both of them. I found another gem, guys. Run. Okay, I don't think I have the energy to go through too many projects, but let me go through running. Oh, running. Yeah. Yeah, I've gone through running. It's interesting. I think it's a platform for allowing gamers to connect. Let me quickly go through that. So running is an EVM, Ethereum virtual machine based blockchain for play to earn games. Yeah, like a platform. The most popular game built on running is Axie Infinity. Yeah, so if it's a platform for helping gamers find game, it has the potential to do well. I'm going to look deeper into it. Its tokenomics are not too good though, especially for the market cap. This is a project that has close to $200 million in market cap, and it's got just 18% in circulation. Guys, let me show you an example of why I always say this percent is in circulation, that percentage is in circulation, and we should pay attention to it. There can be a divergence between price and market cap. Oh, okay, let me see. Oh man, I really hope DAO, is it DAO? Oh, it's a decentralized storage. Okay, I'm going to bring it up in a moment. But the reason why I say these things are important is because once more tokens come into circulation, the value of the tokens you already have can drop. So if this project has just 18% in circulation and they keep releasing the tokens, the value of your tokens will become worthless real quick. So yeah, something that you should think about when investing into any projects. The next comments, let me address the next comments. SSM is dropping alpha. Thanks a lot, Crypto Caleb. Yeah, I drop a lot of alphas on my videos, on my YouTube videos, on my public Telegram groups, on my public Discord groups, and on my patrons as well. So yeah, if decide whatever of those you want to join, I'm sure you'll find benefits to all of them. What do I think about RMRK? Remark. Okay, what do I think about RMRK? RMRK. Okay. Oh, okay. So, like I was saying, 95% in circulation. I already like that about it. $22 million, a low cap project. RMRK is part of Kusama's broader NFT strategy and a way to abuse Kusama's system dot remark extrinsic to write custom nodes onto the chain. Is a native utility token used for the currency in the metaverse, currency for the marketplace, creation of NFT galleries, governance, um, launched but not necessarily NFT related projects, collateral in DeFi. Okay, so Karura is a project that I really like. Is a layer 2 on Polkadot. So all of this, the thing I can take away from RMRK is that it operates within the Polkadot ecosystem, and it's now this is going to be whether or not you are bullish on that ecosystem as well. Personally, I'm bullish on Polkadot and its ecosystem. I like the idea of layer 0. It can be a little bit difficult for it to get adopted because everybody's paying attention to Ethereum and to layer 2s on Ethereum, but I think projects that have layer 0 that focus on interoperability will do well. So getting in early on projects within that ecosystem will explode once people start to pay more attention to that. Take, for example, Solana. When everybody was hyped about Solana, almost every NFT or gaming projects within the Solana ecosystem was exploding like crazy. So if you're getting in early on projects within Polkadot ecosystem now, that means you are kind of betting on Polkadot taking the market by storm and people looking for projects, people transitioning to projects within that space, within its ecosystem. Karura is an interesting project within that ecosystem that I really like. And if this project is going to leverage that and take advantage of it and be a good NFC project, it looks like a good NFC project within that ecosystem, within the Polkadot ecosystem. So, yeah, I like the project. Whether or not it will do well now is the question, and that's something that the broader markets will decide. My opinion on MASQ. I love MASQ. It's one of my favorite low cap gem. It's one of my favorite Web3 projects. MASQ is a Web3 browser with a lot going for it. And one of the reasons why I like it is, you know, they started with just focusing on one thing, making a private browser that is secure. Then they keep, once they perfect, oh, sorry, I thought I was sharing the screen. Once they perfect that aspect, they then add on another utility to it. So it's a project with constant developments, constant updates, making it the go-to Web3 browser for you. Imagine now, just yesterday, the team um, gave out an update. They've added decentralized storage using Firebase to the mass browser. So this combining two narratives that I like. It's got the borderless browsing, and now it's also got decentralized browsing. They also added chatting capabilities. Using your wallet, you can get started with chatting on the mass browser with other people on the blockchain. So I really love MASQ. It's a great project with a lot of long-term potential. Pay close attention to it. I think this project is going to do well, sitting at a market cap of just about $7 million. I think this project has a lot more room for growth. When will the Fabot AMA be? I really hope you are watching this video set. If you are, please put it in the comments when the Fabot AMA would be so people can tune in. But let me quickly, please just bear with me for a moment. Let me quickly see if I can get set here to let us know when the Fabelt AMA would be. So yeah, I think Fabelt, the fact that Fabelt is having an AMA is a great thing. I think it's awesome that the team is responding to people's question. So I will be hosting a Fabot AMA with the Fabot CEO next week. That was on the 28th of March. Seth let us know that you'll be having. So sometime this week, the specifics are not out there, but it's just something to look forward to, and it's something I think you guys should also appreciate in a team that can always respond to people's questions. All right then. Is it possible to make $1,000 into 100,000? If so, which coins would you suggest for the bull run? So there are many projects that I'm looking into. I have my own portfolio. If you want full access to my portfolio, consider joining my Patreon. So yeah, there are many projects that I'm looking into. It's entirely possible to turn $1,000 into $100,000, especially in the bull run. But before you do that, check out this video that I made here. Hold on, let me bring it up. Check out this video I made here. Hold on, just a moment. I'm so sorry. Okay, so where is it? Okay, yeah. So if you want to if you want to turn $1,000 into $100,000, that means you need 1,000x peak, right? Or you can pick several projects and then hope it does 10x or it does 50x to 100x. So be sure to watch this video. I'm sure you're going to find it very useful. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. You can copy the link and then watch it. So watch this video. I think is going to be very relevant to you. It's going to be very useful. If you are going to turn $1,000 into $100,000, it's possible with crypto, but there are different ways to go about it. You can either invest in projects, or you can you can get in early on projects. You can invest in multiple projects, or just, you don't want to over diversify. So some projects I'm looking into that I have in my own personal portfolio is MASQ. I think MASQ has a lot of potential. I also have Quants. That's a high cap gem, because I believe you can achieve good gains with less risk using high cap gems. So Quants and Tezos are among the high caps that I'm holding in my portfolio. Another low cap that I think is very has a lot of potential is on my Patreon. So yeah, I can't give you too many freebies. Go check that out if you are really interested in that. So yeah, I think it's possible to turn $1,000 into 100,000. My favorite gaming gem, I have two right now. Altura and Defina Finance. Those are the two gaming gems that I really love. I also absolutely love Farbots. I love Nakamoto games. I love D-Rays. There's so many. I talk about a lot of projects, and some people ask me, SSM, do you hold all of these projects? I don't hold all of these projects. I hold some. If you want to know the specific ones I'm holding, like I said, it's on my Patreon, and I hold Defina. Yeah, full disclosure. I hold Defina Finance. I think Defina has a lot of long-term potential. So Defina Finance, Altura are some of my favorite gaming projects. I think they have a lot of long-term potential. So those are the two I'm going to say for this video. However, like I said, I talk about a lot of projects. I don't hold all of them, but I only talk about projects that are worth holding. So I can give you like 10 of the best projects. You access it for yourself on my YouTube channels, and then decide, oh, I connect to this one personally, or I think SSM might be wrong on this project. I prefer this project to this project. You decide. But ultimately, the only projects I talk about are projects worth considering and projects that are actually worth holding. My good friend Crypto Goes, I'm so happy to see you here. Thank you so much for joining. And yeah, guys, listen to Crypto Goes, not just his advice on telling you to subscribe. Crypto Goes puts some of the best, some of the most unique content out there, and I really think, his channel is worth putting a like, a follow, and a subscription. Turn on the notification bell. Check his Patreon out as well. It puts a lot of gives a lot of alpha and a lot of amazing projects. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me here, Marco. I really appreciate it. What are you more bullish on, AI or gaming? Okay, interesting question. So let me go back to Alex Becker's tweet here. Alex Becker did say gaming and AI are going to run and going to be explosive. But to be honest, if I'm going to pick just one, it's going to be AI. Guys, the world is quickly waking up to AI. It's even becoming so dangerous what people can do with AI. And the blockchain enhances this experience. The blockchain enhances all what we know, or all what we think we know about AI. Celebrities' face, deep fake, voices. There's just so much about artificial intelligence that the world is waking up into. People that are outside crypto, people like tech YouTubers Marcus Brownlee, MKBHD, Mr. Who's the Boss. They are tweeting and actively talking about artificial intelligence and how it's changing the world and how people are, waking up to it. So AI is still going to go crazy. AI is still going to have a lot of bullish momentum. I think, AI still has a lot more room for growth. I'm super bullish on it. And just because we're on this topic of AI, I'm going to quickly share some projects I think have a lot of potential. Viot, which gives you this voice mobile like assistance with AI on legal matters, on shopping, easily accessible, also regulated, which means it has a lot of long-term potential. There's Singularity Net, which is the best first mover advantage. You should the best of the best. There's Singularity DAO, there's AI Rights, there's Ori Chain. Lots of interesting AI crypto projects out there. Pay close attention to them. There's artificial liquid intelligence and many more. So if you want to see what I think about crypto, about AI crypto, and where I believe it will go, yeah, there's this video right here: 5 cheap AI gems that will make you reach 20 to 100x. So yeah, that's what I think in AI versus gaming. I think AI has much more room for growth, but gaming projects can still go crazy. Yeah, they can go crazy, especially good ones. I've answered this question several times. Or am I regressing? Yeah, Fabulous, awesome. Call these projects when it was like over 2x down from where it's sitting at right now. And I believe it will do a lot. If you want to see what I think about Fabelt, check out some of my videos on it. Check out my live stream on Fabelt right here. Yeah, I've talked about Fabelt a full 18 minutes on it. So I think Fabelt is going to do very well. And you can also check some other gaming projects I'm into. Will data storage do better than gaming? I think data storage has a stronger use case than gaming. I think institutions will find decentralized storage more useful than gaming. Gaming is more of retail. Data storage caters to retail and institution, which means there's going to be a lot more cash flowing into data storage. Take, for example, Arweave, one of my favorite decentralized storage. Arweave is being used by Facebook. They are being used by Facebook Meta to store their data off the blockchain and on the blockchain, sorry, and off centralized servers. So there's Arweave, there's Crossed, there's Stratos, there's Psy, and in fact, again, I've made a video. If you want to see what I think about decentralized storage, yeah, the top 6 decentralized storage crypto projects. Be sure to check out this video. I talk a lot about the reason why decentralized storage is important, as well as projects that are going to be useful for it. So yeah, the next comments is, I think it's just 100x. Yeah, Fobot has 100x potential. New one drops in the Patreon next week. Yeah, guys, I almost forgot to mention it. Yeah, I'm coming out with a buy alert next week. Another project, extremely unique use case, something that you hardly see with real world utility. I think this project is going to do very well. I've been observing it for a very long time now, and yeah, I think now is a good time to enter the project. And so I'm going to be bringing out a buy alert on this project next week. So if you don't want to miss that, consider checking out the Patreon. If you don't feel like obliged, you're not forced to join the Patreon, you'll still see me talking about the project eventually on my YouTube channel. But if you want to get in earlier, like getting in as early as I did on Defina or Fabwelt or MASQ, then consider joining my Patreon and subscribe and turn on notification while you're at it. Okay. Hypercycle coming. So yeah, another great AI project that you should pay close attention to, because I see a lot of comments talking about how AI cannot exist on the blockchain. And the reason for that is because AI needs a lot of speed. It needs to be able to respond quickly, and people are raising this concern that is not fast enough on the blockchain. So Hypercycle is a very unique side chain, very unique solution to that problem that would give AI a lot of scalability, that can industrialize the use of AI on the blockchain. So extremely useful, extremely relevant projects. The kind of thing I like to see, project that gives utility to other projects within the space. Hypercycle isn't out yet. So a project doesn't need to be out before you can, make a lot of money from it. So pay close attention to Hypercycle. Maybe after its launch, maybe you can find a good entry position. I'm monitoring it closely, kind of like I'm monitoring another great gaming project, Shiba Doge. So you can monitor these projects and take advantage of whatever opportunities you see on those projects. So as for AI pad, yeah, I think Singularity Net and SDAO is a better alternative. Launch pads are not really too good in the long term. They're always good early on. And it's one of the things I admitted to with not Defina Finance, CDFI. I love CDFI. It's a great project, allows you to get in early, but to get to a point where it's becomes inaccessible to a lot of people. So AI pad is just another. I think there are better ways to get in early on AI projects. Take for example, you won't see Hypercycle launching on AI pad. It's only the level of projects that launch on low caps by themselves are going to be very low. So AI is a low cap, AI pad is a low cap crypto project. It's launching other projects will just be, you know, other low caps with very difficult to find good value in them. So yeah, I wouldn't really recommend AI pad because I don't think it has a use case that is strong enough for me to want to put that much into. And yeah, those are my thoughts on AI pad. It's all right. I mean, it does what it says it to do. I just don't think you can get too much value from it. So that's it for this live stream. I've been going for close on hour. Remember, join the AMA for Fabulous, join the AMA for Revolve Games. I think those are great gaming projects. I really appreciate every single one of you for joining me here today. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment down below. No, that doesn't work for live stream. Well, I really hope to see you next time, guys. Stay safe and take care. Bye bye.